Executive Vice Chairman of the National Traffic Safety Committee in Vietnam. So I think it's similar to TAC in Victoria. It's not that our committee is not that power like the TAC, but we also have some power to do. And also today I just give you a report about what we have done in Vietnam. And of course, it's my view. You look to my presentation, you might can see something can be referred. So it might not be a good advice for, because our cases are very unique, are very different. But you can see it as an example or a reference. My presentation has just 3 parts. I think there's a short introduction about Vietnam. I think Vietnam is a neighbor country of Thailand. We have our population about now is about 95 million. It's big enough. And of course the economics is booming within, I think it's 30 years. And make Vietnam from a very, very poor country after the war. We can say after the war mean about 1990. Because Vietnamese soldier was in Cambodia since 1989. So that means we're still involved in some sense of war. It's not in our land, but other. So since 1990 up to now, it's about 28 years, we have a big achievement. And many of you here, if you visit Vietnam before 2000, and then if you now you return to our home, you see a lot of difference. And if you come to Vietnam about 1990, you will see a motorcycle society. But now if you go to Vietnam, you will see a motorcycle society. So we can say. We have 95 million of population, and we have about 3.7 cars, and about 55 million motorcycles. So if we count, we calculate the motorization rate, it's about more than 600 motorized vehicles in 1,000 inhabitants. So I think it's similar to UK or other developed countries. But we motorize by motorbike, so are different from other. Then of course, motorcycles, we as a Vietnamese and a Vietnamese researcher, I strongly believe that motorcycle is really the means for economic development of Vietnam. That provide very, very good accessibility for job, for education, for many things. And I think it's the most accessible vehicle in Vietnam, I think in the world. So easy for you to implement. So it's cheap and very economic. But of course, the problem is accident. Okay. Today I don't want to blame, because today I want to explain to you some good practice. So that means no blame about motorcycle, no picture about the bad thing. So today I want to show some good thing. First, the figures. If you count 2010, our fatality on the road officially is about 11,400. Why I say that officially? This is a police report. So if you utilize like 30 days standards of statistics, it should be on that year, it should be about 22,000. That means we lost a number of lives. And I think 22,000 is similar to what's WHO report in 2013. And 2015 WHO reports show again once, and we have some improvement. But please, if many of you here, if you refer the WHO report, should remember that the figures of Vietnamese, the fatality, road fatality of Vietnam, in that report is an estimation. It's estimated figure. It's not a statistical figure. So they based on the model in 2003 to estimate. So it's different from what we have. So in 2007, we had a figure about 8,279 people died on the road. So if you count for like 30 days, we have a report from Ministry of Justice. The number is about 15,000. So if we take the bigger one, okay, from 22,000 to 15,000 is already a good achievement. So why we have that? So we have done a lot, but I think first thing to say about the National Traffic Safety Committee, since 1997 we formed the committee. But at the beginning, the committees including Ministry of Transport, Public Security, Education, Public Health and others. But at the beginning, the chairman of the NTSC is the Vice Minister of Transport. So we have done a lot of things, but I think it's still relatively weak in terms of power. So you see, but now now it's a full structure here. You have not only two levels, the central government level and the provincial level. We have now officially until the district. That means 3 official levels of traffic safety committee. We have National Traffic Safety Committee, 63 Provincial Traffic Safety Committee, and 500 District Safety Committee. The chairman of our NTSC is the first Deputy Prime Minister. So since 2011, before it was Deputy Minister or Minister of Transport, but now we have a stronger person to lead. And of course we have Vice Chairman. The permanent Ministry of NTSC is Ministry of Transport. Then we have the standing Vice Chairman is Minister of Transport. We have Vice Minister of Public Security, is taking care for police services, is a Vice Chairman also. And myself as an Executive Vice Chairman, so I daily operate activity of the NTSC. And of course, in our committee, we have members from the leader, the Vice Minister of Education, Public Health, Information, Justice, and some other organizations. So that means we have quite powerful, and we have every 3 months we have national meeting, but we also connect. We call that is a video conference. It's 63 province traffic safety committee. So one meeting, national level, and 63 committee together. We review the problem of different province and different sector. And the decision making by the Deputy Prime Minister at the meeting will be implemented, will be listened not only by central level ministry, but also to the provincial level member. In the provincial level, the governor of the province, he is the chairman of Traffic Safety Committee. So that means we have that structure, and it's working quite effectively since, we can say since 1997. But that's more effective since 2011 until now. So I pass this thing, and of course we go to another good thing. Not only in NTSC as institutional structures, but if you know Vietnamese traffic safety, you everybody know about the helmet. So we have very successful helmet program in Vietnam since 2007. We have the obligation of wearing helmets since 2001 in our road traffic law. But after 7 years of moving, so until today, 15 December 2011, this picture is 14 December 2011, but this one is just 1 day after. So the day before is no one wearing a helmet, but the next day is a lot. The key thing is we have almost 7 years of propaganda and education of the people. We have the test to have the very strong enforcement of the national law. That means for long distance motorcycle travel for 3 years until that day we do enforcement nationwide. So that make that. And you see that even we have done a good job since 2007, but we still continue to work on that. But you see that is, we have thus very, very good values. So within 10 years of implementation, we saved about 15,000 lives. And we can avoid about 500,000 kind of brain injury. So I think it's a big achievement of that program. And you see here, still nowadays we still have that program that donating the helmet for the school children. So that's also some figures. I think it's okay. So you see that we have just after 1 year, we have some change by that good implementation. The second one I want to emphasize is to have a GPS monitoring of whole commercial vehicle since 2014. So I think it's now until I think 1st July 2011. Whole truck, even small one, and whole bus, whole taxi in Vietnam has to equip a GPS monitoring device. So from the office of our road authority in the central level and from the office of Department of Transport, we have information of location and also we see speed, routing, working hour of drivers, and time of location and stop. So that means we can really tracking and monitoring whole commercial vehicle. Because I think same in Thailand and other countries, commercial vehicle is also a big source of making accident, especially for the one who drive in a very long time and very tired. Even many of them like using drug for keeping awake during driving time. Of course, I want to show other things, but one good example is pedestrian zone. So I think since 2016, Hanoi started first. So if any of you visiting Hanoi today, during weekend, you will see full whole road surrounding 1 kilometer. It's the heart of the city, it's closed for motorized vehicle. No motorcycle, no car can enter. So that road, even bicycle can enter only early morning until 7:30. The rest of time during Saturday and Sunday are only for pedestrians. That are very crowded and become very popular. And it's the reason why, from good example of Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City and Hue. Ho Chi Minh City, you see, they have the pedestrian street, and also Hue, they have also start implementing this. And from the success of that, we try to make a big program in whole country. That means to clear the sidewalk, to keep the walking environment for pedestrians, and of course we emphasize on public transportation in order to reduce the dependence on motorcycles. So that is what we are going to do the next day. And of course in the big city like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, we have very clear milestone of implementation for controlling the use of motorcycle and also car. So you see that we start to implement emission tests for motorcycle and also for inspection. And then we are going to do the motorcycle, of course car including restriction zone, in the big area, not only surrounding 1 kilometer. So then, of course, for car use, we are still controlled very strictly. And I think the car price in Vietnam is, I think it's about double than in Thailand. So we still keep very high cost for purchasing the car. So that is, we continue our program in order to reduce the risk of utilizing motorized vehicle for traffic. So that is something I would like to share with you. got a story. It's hope that you can have some information from my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hu. We have learned at least two messages from Dr. Hu that applicable to Thailand. The first thing that repeated the thing that Rob has told us that to tackle with the problem we need to structure and have a lead agency in the country. That is the thing that's most important for us to learn from. In Vietnam, they have traffic safety committee, high authority, very powerful, very committed. So that is something that we need very much for the country. The second message that we learned that in Vietnam have a successful helmet program. 100% of people use motorcycle, which is motorcycle society, have all using helmet. We have been legislating for 20 years in Thailand, but only half of them use helmets. If all of Thai motorcycle riders use helmet, in this year, 5,000 people life can be saved. All of them use helmet. Only one program for Thailand. 5,000 lives can be saved. So this is the second message that I think that we can learn from Vietnam. It's a really important thing that we can apply for. I think we are going to the fourth speaker now.